Hey, Unbound ones, it's Nicola here, leader of and sole mentor to Unbound women like you. And I'm here this afternoon. It's this afternoon where I am in upstate New York to give you an update on some changes that I'm making to the Unbound community. So before I dive into that, I'm going to try and share this live into the Unbound Facebook group. So let's see if we can do that. Yay, I think we can. Let's try and do that. Move this across here. And then I will be with you. Group. Because I want to make sure that everybody gets to see this. There we go. We've shared it. We have shared it. I'm moving you around. I'm going to click out of that now so I'm not distracted. I am with you and I'm here, like I said, to give you this update on some changes I'm making to the Unbound community and how I run and lead the Unbound community and what form it takes. And, you know, I wanted to talk to you about this because, you know, each of you in the Unbound community, each of you is a leader in your own way. So for me, it's really important in terms of, you know, this community that I've created, that I share my process when it comes to decisions I make about, you know, how I want to run it and what feels important in relation to that moving forward. So hopefully that will become clear as I talk about it. So Jessie, hi, good to have you here. I'm going to dive into my reasons behind making some of the changes that I am making in the community. And actually, first of all, I want to say thank you to each one of you for being part of this community of Unbound women who are committed to being their fullest, freest selves and really fully expressing that in the world, because I know it's not easy and I know there are many challenges on the Unbound path. So I really honour you for being on this path with me and for being a part of this community which has grown over the past couple of years. And what I have noticed and what's been apparent for me, particularly over the past year, is how key it is when we are on this Unbound path, when we are kind of continually looking and exploring and uncovering the ways that we have been holding ourselves back, you know, the stories we've been telling ourselves, the beliefs that have kept us small and with these kind of masks on, in a way, in the world. When we're on that path of uncovering and releasing those and making a commitment to be our fullest, freest selves, like I said, this is a path of challenges. And what has become very clear to me is that it's extremely important to have other people around you, other women around you, Unbound sisters who get you, who can see and hear you as the person you truly are, who can witness you in your magnificence and your mess and your chaos and your confusion. They can hold and witness it all, because, you know, as I connect with more and more Unbound women, what I hear is that very often we can be feeling isolated, or like the people around us don't get us, or people might think that you're crazy if you actually start to express who you truly are in the world. And that can lead to a lot of fear and doubt. And like I said, we can end up in this really isolated place. And it's really difficult to move forward in a powerful way and to have that kind of confidence and clarity about your path when you're in this place of isolation and fear and doubt, and you don't feel supported and you don't feel seen. So I'm becoming more and more passionate about creating community, creating sisterhood for other Unbound women, because you know, this, I mean, it's one of the 5 principles of living unbound, is that the unbound woman thrives in sisterhood. So, you know, this is something that I want to create more of moving forwards. And in the past, in terms of the work that I do with unbound women, you know, particularly kind of the first couple of years when I've been focusing on this work, I was mainly been doing one-to-one work with clients. So working one-to-one with different women who are committed to becoming unbound and walking the unbound path. And I love my one-to-one work, and I'm certainly not going to stop doing that. Will certainly still be an element of what I do. But like I said, this aspect of community and groups is becoming more and more important to me. And obviously we have the Unbound Facebook group, the free Facebook group, which you may be a member of. You may be watching this within the group. And that is something that I set up a couple of years ago. And I love that group. It's been an amazing place. And, you know, we've been through different challenges together. We've had different focuses in that group, and looked at different issues. And there's a lot of great resources within that group. But like I said, it feels like time now to change things up, and it's almost like we're each being called to elevate our efforts to become unbound, to unbind ourselves from all of the old stories and beliefs that we've been told and that we've told ourselves about how and who we should be in the world, and from all the old systems and structures which are beginning to fall away. And this can be a time of kind of deep chaos and confusion as the old systems fall away. And, you know, my belief is that each woman within this community is being called upon to be a leader and to be part of creating the new ways that are going to take us forward. And in order to do that, it feels like we need an extra supportive container, something that's even stronger and clearer, something that can hold us within this kind of mission now that each of us has, to be a pioneer, to be a trailblazer, to be one of the new waves of leaders, you know, to lead in a completely new way. So I've been thinking about how we can do this and wondering whether it would be possible to do this within the current format of the Unbound Facebook group. And, you know, that Facebook group has grown over the past couple of years. You know, we've just reached kind of just over 600 members in this past week. We've had a new influx of members, which I'm deeply, deeply grateful for. But I also know that the energy within that group can become diffused, because on Facebook, you know, we each tend to be a member of a number of different Facebook groups, and sometimes we might be engaged within that group and other times we drift off. It can be difficult to keep that momentum going. So what I have decided to do is to step back from the free Facebook group, the Unbound group. And I was thinking about closing it completely and archiving it. I am going to leave it open. So, you know, if you want to connect with each other in there and share resources and ask questions, then that's fine. I will not be participating in the group in the way that I have done in the past. Obviously, if people want to join, I will still be kind of approving new members, and the free resources that are in the group, everything that's in the group will stay there, so you can access it as and when you want and need to. What I am going to be focusing on is a new community that I am creating, and it's called the Unbound Collective. So this is a paid membership community, because, you know, the reason I've made this a paid community is, one, Like I said, in the past, I've focused on my one-to-one offerings, which are higher level offerings, which demand a higher level of investment. It's usually 4 figures plus to work with me one-to-one. And as an Unbound woman, I really, and as a leader of Unbound women, it's really important to me that I create offerings that are inclusive and are accessible to the women who want to come with me on this journey. And a great way to do that is through a paid membership model, and to have this paid membership community of Unbound women. So that's what I have been creating. The first women, some of the first founding members are in there already, women who took part in my recent Live Your Gift process. So we've been kind of playing around with it already, and now is the time that I am throwing the doors open and inviting you to join us in the Unbound Collective. So the reason and the intention for this new online community is, like I say, to meet this kind of sense of urgency that there is at the moment in terms of really stepping up and being fully committed to walking the Unbound path and creating the new ways of being in the world that are being demanded of us, that are required from us as Unbound women. So there's that extra level of commitment. It's a place where we are going to create a new way of being in sisterhood, because I know many of the women in my community, and and for me myself, I've had reluctance and resistance in the past to coming together in groups with other women, because I think we've all had times when we've felt burned in the past, and maybe we've been one of the people who has felt they've burned other women in the past when we've been in groups. Women are kind of taught to mistrust each other and to see each other as competition. And we can also pick up this belief that, if she has something that I want, then there's less for me. We can, we're very much conditioned to be in this scarcity mindset, which makes it challenging for us to come together in groups. And I see one of my roles, certainly, and one of the roles of each of the women in my community, as creating a new way with sisterhood, where we lift each other up, where we support each other, where we celebrate other women, and we acknowledge the challenges that come with being in community, with being in sisterhood, with being in circle with other women. We welcome those challenges and we bring them out into the open, rather than kind of bitching behind each other's back or kind of building up this resentment. We come together as a circle of sisters, as a circle of Unbound sisters, with the intention of clearing these old patterns and beliefs and stories which may have created resistance in the past. So that is going to be a really key intention of the Unbound Collective. Like I said at the beginning of this live, I really believe that each of the women in this community, and if you're watching this, if you're on my Facebook page or you're in the Unbound group, then this applies to you. You are one of the new wave of leaders who are going to kind of help us move forwards in the most potent way, and are going to be leaders for other women and other people to follow. You're one of the ones who are going to be creating these new ways, which are required as the old systems and structures fall away. And you might be thinking, oh no, I don't see myself as a leader, because we have all of these associations when it comes to leadership about what it means to be a leader, and we normally will associate that with kind of older white men who don't have particularly attractive qualities, maybe, when it comes to leadership. So, like I said, this is a new form of leadership that we are being asked to create, and that is going to be another important aspect of the Unbound Collective, exploring how we can be leaders in our own unique way, and how we can create a path and take others on the path to unbinding ourselves from all of the old stories and beliefs that we've been carrying. Okay, so that is going to be a really important aspect of the collective. And my vision is that as we move into next year, and this is some of the longer term plans, we will have an Unbound Women leadership program that what I will be inviting members of the collective to step into. But that's way down the line, but just to give you a sense of kind of where we're heading. And also the Unbound Collective is really about being fully expressed. You know, being fully expressed in every aspect of your life, your relationships, your work, your creativity, your health, like everything, just living in this place of full expression. Because in my experience, both personally and working with clients, when we allow ourselves, or when we have that intention of being fully expressed, everything else falls away. We don't need to focus on anything else. We just show up as we truly are. We express what we want to express, whether that's through writing, whether that's through speaking, whether that's the way we hold our bodies, you know, whether it's the way we move, it's the choices we make. Everything, when we make that commitment to being fully expressed, it creates a real form of simplicity in our lives. But it's not easy, because kind of everything we've been taught and told from when we were very young encourages us to kind of hold back on being fully expressed, you know, to moderate ourselves, to edit ourselves, to be careful about how we are in the world. So, you know, a key intention of the Unbound Collective is to have this space where each of us and each of the members can experiment with being fully expressed in your life. And we'll be looking at that in lots of different areas. So, you know, those are the intentions for the Unbound Collective. Let me tell you a little bit more about what's included and what's involved when you decide to join. Like I said, the doors are now open. We have some founding members who have been over there for the past month, just kind of setting the space, and we're going to continue to do that. So each month within the collective, we will have a different focus, and we will explore that focus for the whole month. So in terms of the first 3 months of the collective, month 1 in July, we'll be looking at sisterhood and the challenges that can come up around sisterhood, and the qualities that we want to infuse into this new community. You know, how we want to relate to each other, what we want from being in sisterhood, what we want to receive and what we want to give in terms of that. So we're really kind of setting the foundations for the community moving forwards. So I'd be really excited if you could be part of that. In August, we're going to be focusing on abundance and unbound abundance in its many forms, and particularly in terms of financial abundance, because again, one of the things that I'm extremely committed to is ensuring that each of the women in my community is able to feel abundantly financially supported through sharing her true and unique gifts with the world. So you don't have to feel that you have to fit yourself into this box of either working in a job that you don't enjoy or running your business in a way that doesn't suit you just to make money. So we are going to be exploring that in August. And in September, my plan is that we will spend the month focusing on being fully expressed and what that means to each of us, and really experimenting and pushing our edges in terms of being fully expressed. So we've got some really juicy stuff coming up in terms of the focus for the first 3 months of the group. When you join the Unbound Collective, and this is another decision that I've made in terms of inclusivity, you will receive access to all of my group programs, all of my group online programs. So you will get access to programs such as Unbound You, which is my signature group program, which has just finished. So we'll be running it again next year, and you will receive access to that. So that is, it's a $1,400 program, but you will receive access to that as a member of the collective. And also my Heal Your Inner Good Girl group program as well. So both of those will probably run at the beginning of next year, but you will automatically get access to those. You will have one group call every month. So we will have a group community call every month, and that will be a coaching call where you have the opportunity to ask questions, share challenges or celebrations, and to receive feedback and coaching from me and also the other women in the community. So we actually just had the first coaching call for the Unbound Collective yesterday for the founding members, and it was such a potent experience. So this is another reason for me creating this collective. Hey Lou, because within the kind of diffusion of the free Facebook group, it's not so easy for me to create these really juicy group experiences where everyone comes together and gets to know each other, and that richness of connection that is going to come through the collective. There will also be guest experts. So each month, once we get going, so it will probably be from September, we will have a guest expert within the group who will be sharing their wisdom with us. You will get access to some amazing teachers through the collective. You receive a 10% discount to any of my retreats or day events or workshops. So you receive that as a member of the collective. And also, to make it an easy decision for you to join and to jump in right away, because I really want to create some momentum with this. And like I said, there is a sense of urgency in terms of Unbound Women coming together. When you join the Unbound Collective now, as a bonus, you will receive immediate access to 3 of my really juicy online programs and content. So you will receive immediate access to the Live Your Gift program, which is a 5-week program to help you live fully in your gift and to get well paid for it. So we just ran a live round of that, and it was super, super powerful. So you'll get immediate access to that, so you can dive into it straight away. You also get access to the Unbound Personal Retreat Experience, which is a virtual retreat with teachers, including myself and other women who were involved in the Unbound Women interview series. So you get access to some amazing teachers during that retreat. And you also get access to the Potent Pleasure virtual retreat, which focuses on one of the other principles of living unbound, which is to allow yourself to be guided by pleasure. So you receive immediate access to all of those as a bonus when you join the Unbound Collective now. In terms of the investment to join the collective, there are 2 options. You can either take the monthly option, and that is $44 a month. So it's about just over £30 a month. Or you can take the yearly option, and that's $444 for the year. So you get 2 months free when you take that option. And because this is Unbound, there's no obligation, there's no commitment to staying within the collective for any set amount of time. You can join or leave at any time. What I will say is when you join now as one of the kind of founding members, you will get to keep the price that you came in at for the duration of your membership. So you will get to stay a member at $44 a month or $444 a year for the duration of your membership. But you can certainly, pause your membership or kind of move away and come back at any time. It's very, very flexible. And yeah, that's it really. If you have any questions about it, I'm going to be sharing the link below this video so you can come over, have a look at all the details and jump in. If you have any questions, post them below this video. The link you need to go to is nicolahumber.com/unbound-collective. And just to say, again, as an incentive for making a decision, because unmade decisions can be incredibly draining. It's just another thing to think about. So if this is calling to you, I really recommend that you dive in. Like I said, you get immediate access to all of that content straight away, which is really powerful. And for the first 4 women to jump in and take the yearly option, which is $444, about £330 for the year, you know, you're in for a year, then you don't have to worry about it, you get everything, you can relax. For the first 4 women to sign up with that option, you will receive a free 1-hour session with me, which is worth $500. So you will get that within your first month of membership, just as an extra incentive. So this is really, you know, that's all the kind of practical, logistical details. But what I really want you to know is that I see this as a movement. I've always seen Unbound as a movement, but it's becoming even clearer to me now that how important this work is, and how important it is for each of us to like continually be exploring and uncovering anything that has been keeping us in that bound place in the past, and to being our fullest, freest self. So I really hope you will come with me. You know, I am sad to be stepping back from the Unbound free Facebook group, but you know, this is one of the challenges of being a leader and of being an Unbound women. We have to be really conscious about where we place our energy, and this is something that I talk to my clients about. Just because we can do something doesn't mean that we should. And you know, a lot of this has come through me working through the Live Your Gift process as well, and making decisions about how I want to work and the impact I want to have, and you know, what I want to be focusing on. So that's why I really wanted to share the background to this decision, so that you can kind of see the process that's been involved. So yeah, I'm going to leave it there for now. Like I said, if you have any questions, post them below this video and I will come back and answer them. And I'm going to pop the link so you can take a look at the Unbound Collective below this video, and I would love to see you over there. All right, my love. Great to see you. Enjoy the rest of your day, and yeah, I'll see you soon. Bye.